What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. One deck profile for you guys in Team Fire and Wind because apparently I really didn't think that this deck is comprised of both Fire and Wind in the same deck, which is absolutely crazy. So, deck profile of Nephthys. Nephthys is a series of monsters that relies on nothing but destruction. Deck profile for you guys. 3 Disciple, 1 each of Hand, Matriarch, Chronicler, Defender, Sacred Phoenix. That is your main deck Nephthys monsters. So, Hand of Nephthys, you contribute this along with another monster to fetch out the OG Sacred Phoenix. And then OG Sacred Phoenix, along with the casting crew, they all share the same gimmick effect, which is during your next standby, once they are killed by a card effect, they do supernatural effects. Sacred Phoenix, free special, and it is a built-in heavy storm. And then Disciples, destruction effect, it is your Stratos of Nephthys spell traps. Matriarch is your reborn of herself. Chronicler gets you any Nephthys card from grave to hand that's not Chronicler herself. And then Defender lets you kill one Nephthys monster from your deck except Defender. For the on-field effects of Nephthys, Defender is your extender from the hand. Oh, well, let me rephrase this. The Nephthys girls, the retrained ones of support, this lets you destroy one card from your hand to do supernatural on-field effects. Defender is your extender of level 4 or lower Nephthys from your hand that isn't Defender. Matriarch is your reborn of 1 level 4 or lower Nephthys except herself. Chronicler is your recursion of 1 Nephthys card that isn't Chronicler, added back to the hand. And then Disciple lets you search for a Nephthys monster that isn't Disciple. And then the 3 Ritual Nephthys, 2 Devotee, 3 Conductor, and 1 Cerulean Sacred Phoenix. Cerulean Sacred Phoenix is meant for clearing cards and being your big beater. And if for some reason Cerulean Sacred Phoenix gets outed, during your next standby, he gets free special. The Conductor, upon ritual summon, she lets you e-telly a ritual Nephthys monster, Nephthys ritual monster. And then if she were to be tributed or killed because of a Nephthys card, her effect is, during the next standby phase, kill up to 3 Nephthys cards, spell/traps included, 1 from hand, 1 from field, 1 from deck. Basically, she's what I like to call the reverse Trishula of destruction, but for Nephthys. Basically, if the destruction resolves, and if your opponent doesn't kill me the turn Conductor's effects go off, you basically win from the get-go. And then the Devotees, upon ritual summon, courtesy of Conductor or Rebirth, she lets you special 1 Nephthys monster from your deck, and if you don't do anything with Devotee, kill this card. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can kill 1 Nephthys card from your hand, and if you do, special this card out. So, tons of extension. And then the 3 Rebirth of Nephthys, aside from ritual summoning shtick, if you happen to tribute the Cerulean Sacred Phoenix or Devotee Nephthys, does not target kill 1 card anywhere on the field. And then To search out the Rebirth, you have the 3 free preparation. To search out the Devotee or Cerulean Sacred Phoenix. Last hope, it is your Scrap Dragon of Nephthys. Awakening of Nephthys. The 300 attack boost of Nephthys is nice, but if this face-up card in the spell trap zone gets killed, this lets you get any Nephthys from hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you don't do anything with it, unless it's your opponent's turn, the card gets killed during the end phase. For the honorary monster, Mariamne, the True Draco Phoenix. This card is absolute hot mess because destroying 2 of these Nephthys girls makes it so that A, they get their standby phase effects off on your next standby phase, and B, Mariamne, the True Draco Phoenix's supernatural effect is that if you were to kill off the 2 wins, which you normally would do, you banish the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. And best of it all, in whatever weird situation you're in, involving back row heavy decks, you can go Mariamne, killing off the Sacred Phoenix along with something else so you can get your Nephthys effects off on your next standby phase, specifically Sacred Phoenix to Heavy Storm, courtesy of Mariamne's destruction in the first place, which is a hot mess, literally. And then for the other spell trap lineups, 2 Dark Hole, not Raigeki, or 2 Dark Hole, not Raigeki, because we Nephthys monsters want to be destroyed so that we can get the effects off on our next standby phase. Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, Talon, Thrust, 2 Chalice, 2 Cosmic, Call by the Grave, Crossout, Blizzard, the 1 Trap Trick, and then the Power Traps, 3 Imperm, 3 Evenly Match, and 2 Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. Extra that consists of Daigusto Phoenix, the only XZ, Salamangreat Almirage, Nightmare Phoenix, Grave Fly, Nephthys Sacred Preserver, Hida, High Speed Droid Rubber Band Shooter, Win, Heat Liu, Nephthys Sacred Flame, Raise Velger, Amphibious Swarm Ship, Ambler Whale. When it comes to the usage of extra deck monsters, Daigusto Phoenix was made a lot for the sake of the OTKs, especially if for some reason you don't have enough lethal damage. Gravefly can outright fix that for you. So Daigusto Phoenix with Gravefly and the Wind Nephthys girls can create a massive disaster of OTKs. Phoenix was made. By any chance about the fiery wing beast monsters? Okay, so Hita was literally never made, but in theory, the idea is if for some reason we didn't make Sacred Preserver in any game, Hita can legit search out the ritual bird by any means. And then obviously, if we don't have any answers to keep our offensive plays going, we can legitimately search out pretty much the majority of the main deck, except for Mariamne, which you can't search. Same with Disciple, you can't search her because she has large defense. Heat Leo, wasn't made once, but in theory, the idea is Hita plus a Nephthys bird to make Heat Leo to spin move one back row. Raise Velger, this card comes up like a few times. And Blowell, this comes up at least like once or twice because big beat stick. And then the two Nephthys monsters, these were made literally the majority of the games. Sacred Preserver lets you get a level 8 Wing Beast from deck to hand and lets you get a ritual spell from grave to hand, which is crazy. Otherwise, you can kill one Nephthys monster that it points to and reborn any Nephthys monster with a different original name but negate its effects. The second copy, well, not a second copy, the second effect comes up a bit, but at the same time is where trading off the main deck Nephthys monsters so that you get their supernatural effects is beyond crucial. And then Sacred Flame, most of the times is where I usually make up this guy with 2 rituals, but there are a little of the time in games where I can make this guy with 3 rituals, and it makes it so that no one is able to target within card effects. So it would have been at 4,800, and it has the anti-target, can't be killed by battle, can't be killed by card effects, and it makes most things, if not all of them, a little bit too difficult to deal with Sacred Flame. And then being unable to attack the main zone Nephthys monsters is pretty huge because it's essentially Avermax while it's in the extra monster zone, basically. And out of all the extra deck monsters I made, well, didn't make, I should say, the ones that I did not make are Almirage, Hita, but she's still staying because of searching for the ritual bird in case if I didn't search off from Preserver. And then Heat Leo was never made. This has been James Polk with the unique deck profile of Nephthys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. Also, if you are a brand new or returning Master Duel player after 1 full month of missing gameplay, be sure to use my campaign code in the description below so we can gather the prizes for more future content. Catch you all next time.